Hey everybody, it's Emily the Crazy Worm Lady. I'm here today with the African Nightcrawler bin. And you can see they've been wandering about a little bit. They've left a lot of castings along the wall. There's this one guy up here hanging out. But I didn't see any on the lid, just a very little bit of condensation. So that's good. So I thought we would peek down where our lemon and our avocado were from last week. And it looks like there's a few worms inside here. Look at that baby. And there's a potworm. Potworms I've always found with avocado, not really sure why. But these castings are looking really nice. Another piece of avocado, and I smell the lemon, and I believe this is the lemon, and it's like my hands are like falling into it. The skin is completely degraded off of it, and they're working their way into the flesh. So that's pretty cool. So that's definitely seems to be working as well. Still not seeing huge densities of worms in here, which I'm kind of disappointed about. But the worms that are in here that are around this food source are big, they look healthy. Can't complain when the bin smells like a dream. The smell reminds me of the beach. I don't know, when I was young I used to spray my hair with lemon water, you know, when I was in high school to try to make my hair get even lighter in the sun. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but so always the smell of lemon makes me think of that. So they're still working over there, and down here is where we had our apples, and I put that there to mark the spot. So I'm anxious to see what, if anything, is going on over here. Move this bin so we're more under light. There we go. Ooh, I feel squishiness. There's definitely some worms in the area here too, but I must be a spoiled brat. I'm just never as pleased unless I get those big worm ball masses. And they haven't been giving it to me the last few weeks. But this is definitely coming along. More progress than last week. Still worms in the area. So I think it's looking good. We'll dig through here a little bit more. Check out the color on these guys. I mean, how beautiful is that iridescent sheen they get? You have to be under like just the perfect light to see it. This guy, I think you can see it around his tail. Right now, that iridescent sheen. So cool. These are by far, to me, the prettiest worms, if there's such a thing. Don't go telling people I said that. They're going to think I'm a weirdo. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's really coming through, I think. Do you guys see that? So, I think I will give this bin just a really small feeding over in this other corner. And I'm going to blend it up so we can maybe get a worm ball next week. So let me get some food together and we will feed these guys up. Okay guys, so I'm trying to minimize the amount of bedding that I'm putting into this bin because I know it's going to be way too heavy for me to carry. So I just tore up a few pieces of cardboard, left them whole like that. And I have some food, but it's really, really wet. I blended it to try to get our worm balls going. And I also have this big tin of disgusting coffee grounds. So I'm going to take out a handful of this. Toss that. Worms always seem to like the coffee grounds. That will heat up though, so always be careful adding coffee to a bin. Don't add too much in one spot, because it will heat up big time on you. So let me get this blender blade out of here so I don't dump the blade in. Lovely blender blade. I'll just set that there for a second. And I'm going to add a dollop out of this. And it's very wet, as you can see. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably just pull some out. Otherwise, it's going to be so wet, we'll end up with a sopping bin. So, piece of a melon rind that apparently didn't get in the blender blades very well. And a big old handful of goop. That was just a combination of various fruit and veggie scraps that I had in the kitchen. So I'll do one more little handful. And I'm going to spread this out. We'll cover it up and we'll call it a day. Okay, so I liberally sprinkled this whole area with eggshell, and I'm just going to use the existing bedding here to cover it back up. I did get a little eggshell on the wall there, but that should be fine. Bury these rags back up. But I want to make sure that the food especially is really well covered because of all the fruit in there. And we will leave these guys for another week and see if this gets them excited. Remember, I never condone holding your worms without a glove, but as long as you wash your hands well afterwards. But there's always the risk of pathogens that are in the bin before it's fully processed. But I'm impressed. It's going a little bit slower for the last few weeks for some reason, but seems to be working in the right direction now. So drop your comments below, like this video, subscribe if you'd like some more content from me, and I'll be back with you guys next week for an update.